Hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are watching us from. Welcome back to our Excelling Kids and Families page and channel. I trust that you're all doing well. If you are a parent with a child 8 years and above, with a teenager, our lessons are for you and your beloved excelling kid or teen. So why don't you call them to join you to watch our program? If you are watching us for the first time, my name is Benedicta Apreku, the founder of Excelling Kids and Teens Club. I am also an international best-selling author of the book titled Friendship Choices: 5 Great Lessons on Choosing the Right Friends. I am also a knowledge broker. I've trained with Dean Graziosi and Tony Robbins, who are great, world-renowned coaches. I love learning, I love knowledge, and I love sharing it. And it's why I became a knowledge broker. So thank you so much for joining us. We have been talking about homework for the past 2 lessons. If you have not watched them, I encourage you to go back on our page after this lesson. You're watching us live, so that's fine. Watch through to the end, but go back and watch our other 2 lessons that we did last week and the week before that. Is great. It's a great lesson. Highly recommend it. It's been a blessing to so many families. The feedback that we have received has been very humbling, and it gives us so much joy and excitement to be a part of this movement of raising an excellent generation. So I am so glad to come your way today. um Today we are talking about how to get the best homework experience. Yes, the best homework experience. People always say, oh, but homework is homework. We have been doing it for years. We have gotten used to it. No big deal about it. But maybe today, after our lesson, you will know how to take it to another level. I always like to share a story in my lessons, and I came across this story online, a very interesting one. I'll share the details of where to get the story if you want to reread it or find other stories soon. But this story is about a boy called Charlie, who, like many children, struggled with their homework and doesn't like doing his homework, or didn't like doing his homework at that time. His mother will always nag him. His mother would always ask him, have to do a lot of talking before Charlie would sit and get his homework done. On this occasion, he was just lying down next to his homework, staring up on the ceiling and just letting time pass by, waiting for supper. Instead of doing his homework while waiting, he just sat there or lie down, staring at the ceiling, bored to death at the thought of doing his homework. Now his understanding was, oh, mom is always nagging him about homework because mom doesn't know how boring homework is because she didn't have to do it. But one thing Charlie and most children forget is that adults have been children before. I shared my own childhood homework experience with you, didn't I? Yes, I have been there and I've experienced it as well. So Charlie was there, just bored, doesn't want to do his homework. And suddenly, while in his room, he noticed that there were some elves right by his window, tapping at the window. So he got intrigued, went to the window and opened it. And these elves asked him, and they said hello. They came in. He welcomed them in. Charlie welcomed them in. They came in, and their request was that if they could play with Charlie's homework. Now Charlie was like, play with my homework? You are welcome to it. Thinking that it's going to bore them to death. He was like, that is not something that you play with. It's so boring. You guys don't know. So Charlie said that to the elves. Now the elves were, just about a centimeter tall, so very little creatures. But hey, they got the homework, and Charlie just sat down watching them, thinking they're just gonna be bored. They have no idea what is in there. So he sat down waiting for them to say, "Oh, this is boring," and leaving him alone. But to his surprise, these elves kept going. They kept, they read the homework. They will sing. Instead of read the homework, they will sing it like a song. They will form a team. They will talk to each other about the homework. They will form mini competition, who's going to answer the next question, who's going to answer the question the fastest. So they will find this way of making the homework fun to do, in such a way that Charlie soon got himself joining in. And the story says, for example, when they were doing the maths, or they were writing, instead of moving the pen across, they will hold the pen steadily, and they will move the book rather across to write the next. So they were doing little weird but interesting things like that, that did catch Charlie's attention. So before Charlie realized, he had joined in the fun. He was singing, the homework with them, writing the answer as he sang the answers, danced around the homework, and still managed to get the homework done. When he was nearly done, he heard his mom calling the food was ready. He was so disappointed, like, oh, I'm enjoying myself so much, but I have to go and eat. Then the elves were getting ready to leave. So they said, "Oh, why don't you try this after your supper? Try this every day. We showed you how to make it fun. So do it for yourself." And that was the message that they left with Charlie. So after eating supper, Charlie got back to his room, continued doing the homework in a very fun and much more interactive and engaging way for himself, even without the elves. And this carried on, and the story goes on today that sometimes he would even feel that the elves are with him, and he doesn't even know whether the elves has always been an imaginary thing all along, or they were real. But he kept the new style of doing his homework going, and everybody around began to notice a change to his attitude in terms of homework. When it came to homework, his mother noticed, his teachers noticed that the quality of his homework has really improved. His attitude, his enthusiasm towards homework was what surprised his mother the most. His mother couldn't help thinking, what has brought this great transformation on? But one thing that the elves left with Charlie, or they taught him, was that he can create a fun experience with his homework. He can do that. He has the ability. He can find a creative way of motivating himself, of enjoying his homework. He doesn't need to wait for anybody. No matter how boring it is, if he made up his mind that he was going to make it fun, he will find a creative way to get it done, so that it wasn't such a tedious exercise anymore. So let this story encourage you to think of ways that you can also make your homework experience the best that it's ever been in your life. Can you think of creative and fun ways of doing your homework? I'm sure that your mind is beginning to bring some ideas to you right now. And throughout the lesson, and even after the lesson, you're going to even get more ideas about how you can have fun and enjoy your homework. If you are struggling with ideas, why don't you share your thoughts with your siblings, with your friends? See how you can work together creatively to make your homework fun, to make your homework experience a great one. So just like Charlie, our third step or point, tool that we are sharing with you. I'm going to share my screen. We are sharing with you is in order to have the best homework experience you need to be able to self motivate yourself and complete it. Many a times, many a times, students leave their homework. They don't finish it. They don't carry on. They don't, you know, persist to the end. They leave their homework undone. They give up too soon. They give up too soon. So if you find yourself like that, I have come to tell you that you can, just like Charlie, find a creative, fun way of encouraging yourself, motivating yourself, getting your homework done. You don't have to give up when you get stuck. When you get stuck, don't give up. Know that it's just a temporary situation and you can always ask for help. And taking my story, my own personal life example that I shared with you, so far as you haven't left it too late, you can always find help in time to complete it. If even a school, going back to school and speaking to the teacher who has given you the homework to go through it, you can get help to complete the homework rather than giving in or giving up right in the middle. Now, after you've done your homework, the next thing that you can do is to go over your homework. Yes, go through your work. It's very important because sometimes we don't know we've made mistake until we have gone over our homework and we realize, oh, that's not what I meant to write. And then what we do is we correct it. So always go over your homework to correct any mistakes that you find. Now, after you're completely done, again, as an organized person, what do? You keep it in a safe place. If it's going to be handed back to your teacher the next day, you make sure that it's in your bag already intact so that the next day you can hand it in. If it's not next day, but maybe you've still got a few days to hand it in, you keep it at a place where you can access it and make sure that you have it the night before in your bag. Now, what you do is you celebrate yourself. How I wish I celebrated myself enough every time I'd completed my task. But it's a great habit to have, to celebrate yourself so that it becomes part of you. As an adult, I'm only now learning to do that, but it's so important that you celebrate every little win. When you do that, you are training yourself. You are training your mind to go and get more things accomplished because your mind will get used to your pampering and your excitement that you want a repetition of that great experience. So give yourself a tap at your back, give yourself what, a high five. Do you know how to give yourself a high five? I learned this from Tony Robbins, how to give yourself a high five. So you put your hand up, and then you jump. Yeah, so you go there and then you jump to give yourself a high five. Celebrate yourself, congratulate yourself, be excited that you have gone through the homework. You didn't give up, you stayed focused through to the end. And let that process keep repeating and keep improving on yourself. When you don't get it right, it's okay. So far as you are learning from the experience and doing your best to improve on it daily, that is what counts. Yes, it comes with practice. And the more you practice, the better you will get at it. So we hope that our 3-part series on how to get the best experience, your best experience doing your homework has been a blessing to you. So the first lesson that we did We titled it the 3 reasons why students struggle with their homework. It's the same thing. Turn around, doing the things that we have shared with you will give you the best experience while overcoming the struggles. So it's important, just a quick recap, that you stay organized. You are organized. Organize your items, organize your space, your surroundings. It's important, and also that you organize your time. You plan your time. Now, if you want more details on this, tips and steps, go back please to watch our other previous lessons so that you get all the details. And then we moved on to talk about staying focused, paying attention, and we shared tips of how to do that in our last lesson as well. Then today we shared with you that yes, you can get the best experience, you can create it by self motivation and persistence, staying through till you complete it. So we hope that henceforth, since we shared our lessons with you, you are going to put it into practice, and you're going to make doing homework much more fun. So on the screen are details of things that we have that you can get for your children, parents watching us. That is the book right there. You can get it from Amazon, or you can scan the QR code, or we have the link in the comment section below where you can click to get the book. Support us, support our cause. Together, let us raise an excellent generation. If you have any question, if you have any comments, please do well to get in touch with us so that we will be able to assist you in whatever way that we can. So thank you so much for joining us. We'll be coming your way again soon. This is we've done the 3-part series. We'll take a break next week. Watch out for a repost. So the next time you meet will be in December. My God, we will be in December. Where has the year gone? We will be in December, and obviously December is an exciting month for children and for all of us who work with children. It's the best time of the year where we're going to celebrate the birth of our Lord Jesus Christ for those of us Christians, and we'll be coming your way with amazing lessons. Bible lesson it will be, where we will study about the birth of Jesus Christ and what Christmas is all about. So please do save the date and join us. We'll return back first week in December. It's going to be on a Wednesday. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for all of the parents out there who have been supporting us. Also, do watch out. Um, uh, Very soon, we will be, letting you know of all the programs that we scheduled for 2022. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be great, and I am looking forward to see you all at the very top, at the best side of the coming month, of the coming year. May God richly bless you. Take care. Bye.